Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we have some new DLC leak updates to take a look at for Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet. Riddler Khu has once again tweeted out about the Generation 9 games DLC, so we've got a lot of stuff to talk about today. If you're excited for the video though, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokémon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, this was the latest tweets from Riddler Khu about the Generation 9 DLC. So he first posted saying, want to know the codename of DLC project for Titan. Titan, of course, being the codename for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. And then he posted this phrase here and said, enjoy, it's code breaking time. So this, of course, meant that a lot of people on Twitter decided to come up with different scenarios on what this phrase could mean. And we've got a ton of different sources saying what they believe it is, and then a big thread at the end by Soul Silver kind of compiling all of the best ideas and putting it together and what Riddler Khu is potentially talking about here. So starting off with Poké Serena saying new riddle with this phrase here, which is of course what Riddler Khu tweeted out, saying the characters can mean need many thousands, beard many thousands. So that need many thousands is quite interesting. Obviously, like Arceus with like the 1,000 arms and stuff, Arceus is in the deal. Well, Arceus is in the home compatibility thing. So again, could be about that, or it could be something completely different. But the riddle can also be phonetic. So what it sounds like, I think it may sound like Sudachi, which is a citrus. It sounds a bit like cetacean, the scientific classification of whales. So it could be something to do with all of that. We then have Pokesutami here saying, time for a friendly reminder that I don't know Chinese before people ask, but two of the characters do have a meaning in Japanese, which is many thousands. So again, kind of being brought back to this whole thousand or many thousand idea from what Poké Serena said. We have Jan here also talking about it, saying, does anyone know the code name for Pokemon Sword and Shield's DLC? Like, how much info are we supposed to get from a code name anyways? And then it seems that the code name for Sword and Shield's DLC was Orion, and then so Titan could be something, so the Rigel DLC, Isle of Armor, and Crown Tundra. So again, don't know if it really gives us much information, because when you take a look at these two different things, it doesn't really mean much in terms of information about the DLC or Pokemon Sword and Shield. So maybe this codename won't mean anything, but the fact that Riddler Khu tweeted out about it means that it probably has some sort of importance in the game regardless. We then have Blaze also talking about Mustache Fields of So. I'm using the adjective translation for it. So necessary, numerous, millennia, 1,000 years. So again, coming back to the whole 1,000 ideas thing. Again, Google Translate isn't the best kind of thing to go off, but still coming to the same kind of conclusion that we're all really talking about here. So let's go into this big thread by Soul Silver, who again has compiled all of the main information and talking points about what this new DLC leak update could be about. And again, I think we're going to get quite a few on the build up to the 27th of February, because that's when the DLC is going to get announced. And so Riddler Khu kind of needs to leak a few more things about it before then, and then he's probably going to leak extra stuff about it like after the DLC gets announced and stuff. But anyway, Soul Silver saying, oh, I missed riddle breakdowns. We still don't have an answer, but I'm recapping all the best theories I've seen. Codenames are usually one word and usually don't mean much, so most of this is speculative. Here's the translation, but no, there still may be more to it than just a translation. So again, this was from Poké Serena that we already went over in today's video, talking about, you know, needing many thousands or something about thousands. So the first one, the most prominent idea is Sudachi, a Japanese fruit most similar to lime. This makes sense. One word doesn't mean much. Academy named after fruit in base Scarlet and Violet. After that, there's Cetacean. However, Beluga was previously a code name, and Titan was just released. But Cetus, even though there's a ship on the third legendary's tail, Cetus feels like a stretch. So there's maybe a can of worms that is the thousands translation. Instantly, we think back to a Paradox Zygarde or the unknown 1,000 arms of Arceus, or something more likely than 1,000 Gimmighoul coins. So yeah, this is the fruit Sudachi. So it's a small, round, green citrus fruit of Japanese origin that is a specialty. And again, we've had quite a lot of fruit kind of ideas in these games. I mean, we've literally got the grapes and the oranges and stuff like that. So it wouldn't be crazy to think of another fruit which is like a green fruit, like orange, green, and purple as the kind of like main DLC things. And maybe that means the third book that you know, Riddler Khu has also spoke about could potentially be green or something like that. Maybe the DLC is just based around like green. And then yeah, Cetus is a constellation, sometimes called the Whale in English. The Cetus was a sea monster in Greek mythology, which both Perseus and Hercules needed to slay. Cetus is the region of the sky that can... I hope I'm saying this right, by the way. Cetus, other water-related constellations, Aquarius and stuff like that. And then yeah, this is just talking about the kind of Wikipedia article and stuff all about it. And then yeah, this is about, again, what Pokesutami said, I do believe. And then small insight, but 1,000 is often used in Chinese, if I remember correctly, to mean too many to count. Calling someone the man who knows 1,000 things could be interpreted as the man who knows everything, or the wisest man there is. Could be nothing, but I haven't seen it mentioned yet. Again, that could be about Heath. You know, the man who knows everything. Like, Heath probably knows a lot more about the paradoxes in the third legendary than everybody else, because there's been a lot of ideas that he's been, like, kind of down in Area Zero and stuff like that, so maybe that's what it could be about. And then remember the moves, 1,000 arrows and 1,000 waves. Zygarde, again, could be a bit of a Kalos hint. Zygarde, I don't believe, is coming back in the home compatibility. Neither are Xerneas and Xerneas and, oh my god, Yveltal. So that could be... again, some sort of like Kalos hint that they're not back, and so maybe they might be in like the DLC or something like that. And then next up, so it's 1,000 beards. I looked up to a mythology of it, and it's, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. An ancient serpent of the Aztecs. This explains why a legendary Pokemon for Scarlet and Violet were twins. The other name for this is Precious Twin, so maybe we get to see their parent. So again, maybe something like that. And then using something related to Goldengo would make sense as a code name, but they just did the 1,000 Pokemon Goldengo thing. In the same way, a type of treasure could make sense as a name too, but we just had the treasure hunt. Maybe they'll properly explain that, but feels unlikely in my opinion. Now, taking a turn into a theory about the codename, explaining the third legendary and DLC could be based off. Basically, this may have nothing to do with actual codenames, but it turned into a really good theory on what the third legendary is based on. This person found these images. Yeah, put it into Google, and they came up on Google Images. Not sure what they are, though. So we have this here, which, again, we know that Riddler Khu does use, like, Google Images and stuff for, like, hints and everything, because he did it with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So this is the first image, and then this is the second image, and then this is the third image, and then this is the fourth image. So yeah, it definitely gives me like Area Zero vibes and stuff like that, especially like this image and everything. So again, which most likely is going to be where like one of the DLCs is going to be taking place. So again, it could be talking about that. Putting Khu's riddle into Google looks familiar. Read attached to understand. They're from a Chinese wiki describing Mount Meru, a mythical high central point on the earth where gods live in various ancient religions, plus other realms, heaven, earth below. So again, that's a massive Wikipedia article about it all and stuff. 1,000 words are called little 1,000 worlds. 1,000 small worlds collect 1,000 words of 1,000 words. Like so many 1,000 kind of ideas, and just keep getting brought back to that. So again, that seems to be the main plot point about it all. And then notice the thousands. Maybe a native Chinese speaker can help, as I'm not an expert on this nor the language. Then I saw this pic, which looks like what we saw, but on the back of the turtle, of the world turtle, but the turtle is a dragon. It also looks like the symbol in AZ. Check this out. So again, this could be the whole Area Zero thing, because we did see like the third legendary on top of that like kind of crystallized orb thing. So it could be some sort of like, I guess, link to this or something like that. And then the images are different diagrams of the 4 continents and Mount Meru in Buddhism, I believe, and the tower and the rest of the universal golden basis, the base of the world, which looks a lot like the diagram in Scarlet and Violet book of the third legendary. We've all thought the third legendary is based on the world turtle for a while now, but with this new information, could it be a type of god on a holy mountain too? But there's no mountain in Area Zero, and the world turtle is kind of under the earth. Well, Mount Meru is the mythical version of Mount Kailash, which both fall in the category of Axis Mundi, the center, the core of the earth. Super important to read about. So with this, could the third legendary be all I stated above, but also be the core at the center of the earth? And again, we know that the third legendary is like the reason behind like terrestrialization and stuff, and terrestrialization is very big in Paldea, as we know it is the gimmick. So again, maybe it does have like, maybe it is like the core of the earth, maybe it's or core of Paldea or something like that. There's also this line of something as small as a mustard seed being able to have something as big as Mount Sumi in it. The art of the third legendary is said to be at the depth of Area Zero, but it's also depicted as being out in the vast cosmos, and it's round like a mustard seed. Lastly, on this tangent is this connection to a lotus, and maybe lotus is even the code name, symbol of the universe itself, passing from the abstract to tangible reality. 1,000-petaled lotus sounds a lot like legendary that turns imagination into reality, which is again another big rumor about the third legendary and how the paradox Pokemon are created from imagination, potentially Heath's imagination or somebody else's imagination. Hence why Cyclizar, Heath's Pokemon, has 2 Paradox forms, being Koraidon and Miraidon, because maybe Heath imagined new Paradox Pokemon of Cyclizar, which again is his partner, and that's how Koraidon and Miraidon were created, potentially. So that's a lot of info, all pieces to a puzzle that may mean absolutely nothing or may even mean everything. Making it all make sense is the tough part. Basically, the third legendary could be the world turtle based on Mount Meru, Lotus, and Buddhism and Hindi gods at the center of the earth. And a huge thank you to Eclipse for theorizing all of this with me. But now let's get back on the track. The code name. This is the last possibility I'll show for now. I think it seems possible, but I also really like it. It's really fitting for a DLC code name based on all of this. So this was from our machine, who's saying Google translated it to Satoshi, which sounds like statue. The books describe the third legendary as dead, doesn't move. So beard could somehow have a meaning of time plus this, which is many thousands. We can expect something like millennia, many thousand years. And of course, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has a lot of time kind of metaphors and stuff in the game. I mean, we literally have Paradox Pokemon from different time eras and different universes and stuff like that. So I mean, the code name meaning like thousands of years, or you know, thousands, millennia, or whatever, it's not too far-fetched. And this is all a game of trial and error, and in the end, any of these are probably wrong. It's all just speculation and ideas from the community, and huge thanks to everyone I screen capped in this thread as well. Your ideas were so good. Sadly, codenames rarely mean anything important. Thousands of beards, Will Turtle Thingy, Feathered Serpent, Sudachi Green Citrus, parallel to oranges / grapes, Thousand Zygarde signature moves, potential Kalos connection, lots of things pointing to a connection between third legendary and Zygarde. And then minor spoilers and enjoy. So this is the minor spoilers here, where basically, let me just translate that real quick, saying it is apparently translated as something like 1,000 bears or 1,000 hairs. The third legendary has to do with vitriol, the alchemical, I'm probably pronouncing that very badly though, which of the power of God is achieved, should I say. There's a lot of reading, as you could obviously see, as the Azo sounds you, vital is the acronym for this, my lord. I butchered that so hard, Jesus. And then yeah, just a few more ideas here. So Dachi means citrus and fledgling. Citrus is Scarlet. If we take fledgling as graduation, we could say this is Violet. Shows it's forever future for Scarlet and Violet. So again, it could be something to do with this, which again, code names and all that. But yeah, that's kind of all the really ideas and theories about this leak. Again, code names don't really mean much, but at the same time, like, why did Riddler Khu tweet out about it? I mean, like, code names, I don't know. It's an interesting topic, but hopefully we'll get more information about this soon. And hopefully if one person has got it right, he will kind of quote retweet it and be like, yeah, this is decent. But anyway, that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment with your thoughts on this code name. What do you think it means? I mean, if it does mean 1,000, then it comes into a play like Arceus, Zygarde, and 1,000 years and stuff. It definitely does mean a lot if that is the situation that's going on. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on it. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.